Hello everyone, it's Jenny here. Thanks for coming to the channel to see this little flip. Well, I don't know if it'll be a little flip through. She's quite chunky. I will do my best to not have it so long, but thank you for coming along to check this out. This certainly was a major piece of work for me. As you can see by this gorgeous cover, it took me many hours to hand stitch this cover. That's the spine and the back. Actually, I might stand up and bring it closer to the camera. I have slow stitched this, and I've hand stitched all the doilies onto the backing fabric, and all the bits of material, the bits of lace. It's all been hand stitched, and then I've done some running stitches. I've done some slow stitch here. And here there's some slow stitch, and up here as well. And I've just done running stitches to stitch it all together, and all these lace trims, these have all been hand stitched on. I've done some embroidery, beautiful little grub roses, and added some beautiful vintage buttons. I've added lace appliques and done French knots in the centres. I did that over here as well. And there's some more grub roses just here, and more beautiful vintage buttons. Some are glass, some are metal, some are vintage mother of pearl, like mother of pearl impression. And there, that's like a lucite button. So they're all vintage buttons. This isn't. This I bought on eBay. I think I bought it on eBay. No, I think I bought it at a market. I bought two of them. It's a wooden button that's had like a decoupage over it, and these flowers. These are millinery flowers. They're velvet and just lush. And there's a beautiful button on the back, and some more millinery flowers. And as you can see, the tie is a piece of this is not vintage lace. I've had it for a very long time, but I wouldn't say it's more than 15 years old. And I've hand dyed it. I did actually put it on a layer of calico and Dupion silk, which you can just see in parts, not very much. I ended up covering all the Dupion up, and that. So anyway, that did take me many hours. These are all embroidered as well. I've done like little daisies and French knots here, and then there's some more vintage buttons. These are glass ones, and a lovely very old metal one. And I love this. There's two little Dutch people dancing on this little glass button. It's so cute. Anyway, I as you can see, I went through my stash of doilies and picked out all the ones that I thought would look really good, and then pieces of lace fabric and lace doilies to sort of intermingle in it all. So that's the cover. I haven't machine stitched around the edge. It's all glued on. I did debate whether I would leave the cover loose and then do another cover on the interior, and I thought, no, I'm going to glue it all down so that this cover is permanently for Hortensia. So let's have a look inside. Look, she's chunky, very chunky. I've got her tied up quite tight because when she's undone, she does kind of spring open. So I just never know when I get on a tangent with something, when I am so in love with a journal, I never know when to stop adding to it. And I actually did remove about 6 or 7 pages in the end. Last night I took 6 or 7 pages out throughout the 3 signatures. So didn't really make a difference, but it's a bit better. So you can see she's very full. Okay. We'll look inside her. So on the inside cover, I'll take these out. On the inside front and back covers, the pocket is the excess of the front cover. I've just folded it up. I've cut out a piece where the spine is and glued down the 2 pieces to create pockets so that I didn't have to cut this off and waste it. I thought, why not include it in the journal? So, and I've put a piece of this is gorgeous, like a linen, a floral linen, not that you can really see it much, on the spine. It's a hidden spine. I've stitched the signatures into the spine, and then the spine's been glued into the cover. The cover is, you can hear that, it's a soft bag, one of the Australia Post soft bags. And the fact that it's got all this work on the front plus 2 layers of fabric underneath it, and then it's got the piece of card that the linen has been glued onto, and then the signatures have been stitched into. It makes it a very strong cover. And I've used a piece of Hortensia's paper in the front here. This is a vintage Ex Libris book plate that I've glued in for someone to print their name on there. And then around here I've just put, this is modern but antique looking lace. It's gorgeous, I love it. And in the pocket I have got these spare bits and pieces. This is a journal card, can be written on, and then there's some typing paper. It's from a typing exercise book. There's a piece of Hortensia paper which I've folded in half, so there's a nice journaling space in there. And then there's an antique document on the back. It's an Italian document, and let me see if I can see a date. 1932, 8th of March 1932. So that goes in the front, and this I made these to be belly bands, but I decided not to include it as a belly band. I've just left it as it is. But if you take this off, if you undo it, because it's actually glued, if you undo it, it opens up for journaling on the inside. So it was a belly band with a hidden journal spot. I think I made these quite some time ago. And I will tuck that in there. And then I did a video with this page that I've embellished with Dupion, no, it's not Dupion silk, that's Thai silk, and a piece of my hand-dyed lace applique, and a page from the Hortensia kit. And then I made all the pockets, most of the pockets myself. They're not from the kit, they're made from book pages and stuff. I've done those on various videos, and I've created a few tags and backed a few. Oh, that one's not backed. Oh, leave that one out so that I know I have to put a backing on it. Oh, that's a little bit of a faux pas, isn't it? Just as well I pulled that out. So that one's got a backing of one of my collage papers that can be written on. And so most of the ephemera, like the journaling things, are things that I've put together. This is one of my doily pages. This is one of the larger ones, and I've just embellished it with some vintage very, very fine net, and this is modern rose applique trim you can get in a few places. And this is I did do 3 or 4 art pages, and have put them throughout the journal. So this is one half of one, and then there's a flip. I love this image of a garden. I kind of imagine Hortensia, because she's, look at her, she's so well-to-do, from like Art Nouveau period, and I imagine that she would have a beautiful mansion somewhere where she lives, and that it's surrounded by beautiful gardens. And this is a plan of one of her gardens, and a little garden seat. To me it looks like a kitchen garden, where there's fruits and vegetables and herbs and spices growing, and this is where her cook would come and handpick some of her ingredients, and perhaps her and Hortensia would sit on the garden seat and discuss the day's menu. I don't know. Anyway, that is a flip, and there's lots of journal space there. I've tried to make sure that there is plenty of journal space throughout, but it was really hard not to embellish, hence the thickness of this beautiful journal. Here is a lovely belly band that I've made, and there's a digital of a letter, and this is an antique, gorgeous antique card, and it's not been written in, so it could be journaled in, and the back could be journaled on, and it's just beautiful. So I've popped that in there like that, and I've just done a wash of white over this collaged page, so that you could I don't know, stick pictures on there or do some journaling. If you had a thick felt tip pen, you could easily write over that. And on the same on the back, there's an original document in here, and it's from 1942. That's when it was signed. someone's signature, and it's got 1940, looks like 42. So this is one of my faux rice papers that I've done with the iron and Glad wrap and baking paper. One of my pockets, and another card that I've backed. This is out of a lovely floral coffee table book, and I thought the little flowers on there were so sweet, and it can be journaled on. It's beautiful. We have a flip, can journal on the back, and there is a tag which I've recently made. I've done a video for those tags. I did do some stenciling throughout with, I didn't have modelling paste, so I used my white paint, and I got the same effect. It's quite textured, so you can journal on there. I didn't end up doing anything on this page. I've left it for someone else to do. I created a little kind of a tuck spot here and put a journal card. I made this cluster not long ago on a video. I think I did it on a video, or might have been the one that didn't work out, and I did a show and tell on the next video. I can't remember now. There's an antique document tucked in there, and it's from March, I think it's 1932, pretty sure. So that is on a piece of very, very old rag paper in Italian. All the documents are Italian too. There's a large journal card here that I've made out of the kit paper. This is some vintage lined paper that I tea dyed. You can't really see the lines on it now, but I love the crunch of this paper when it dyes. And here, this is the center page. That's a napkin, and on each side, oh no, no, thank you. Oh, having a heart attack. There is a deep pocket. Each side has a deep pocket. And another, I did these tags on a video as well, and there's just a piece of 6x6 worked with paper for journaling or collaging. This is like a little tuck spot that I haven't really put anything in. I've left it. Another page that I've done a wash of white, and on the back is just a collage page that photos or something could be stuck on. This is the other half of the other page that you saw out of the garden book, and just checking. I better move this down, sorry. These flowers I dried. These are from roses are from my friend's garden, and I pressed them for several weeks, and they pressed beautifully, and I have glued them down and then glued this ribbon over the top, and that can be journaled on. That can be journaled on. More journal space there. There's another pocket. I didn't fill every single pocket, just because it was getting so full. And I do like to leave pockets empty for the new owner to put their own things in. It's the other half of that document from earlier. It's another painted page. Decoupaged on this side. Tuck spot, this paper's from the kit. A perfume label, imitation perfume label, journal card. And this is the other side of that art page that I did. They were so much fun. And this is a bookmark which can be journaled on the back. And it's the other side of the doily. Belly band with doily journal spot, which I made on a video quite some time ago. The papers in this are just beautiful. I didn't use every sheet of paper out of the kit, and I certainly didn't use, I didn't even use like a quarter of the cut aparts, like the little ephemera cut apart pieces, because I wanted to make my own, to put a little bit more personality into the journal rather than have it filled with kit pieces. But the paper is just divine. So this is the middle, the center, the second journal. Sorry, the second signature. And there's another one of my belly bands, which I made a while back. And another document, which is from 1930. I'm not sure what that's for. I can't read Italian. Sorry, I have to have a sip of my coffee. This beautiful paper here is out of a vintage sewing book. It's a colour grid of a tapestry, and I did use one of the images from the kit. There's Hortensia there. It's like a little page tab. It's a flip. It's for journaling, and it's just the tag. It's not a pocket or anything. And there's the document. What's the date? I don't really know. I think it's, yeah, from 1943. And this is out of a vintage botanical sort of book. It was one more directed to children, and I just love the lovely images on the it's almost like craft paper. And that folded over to a belly band, and there's a piece of Italian magazine page with adverts all on. Very old one. Another one of my lace pockets with another journal card and a tag, which I did these on a video. And this is got that stenciling on there. More writing space. It's another one of my pockets. This is a wallpaper pocket. I've got to keep checking to make sure I'm, yeah. A wallpaper pocket there, which I think I did on a video. and another one of the, this is out of the kit paper, and I've put paper on the back, and that's on the Hortensia paper with some, looks like vintage lace but it's not. Another belly band which I made recently, and a very sweet journal card on embossed paper that I did a while back. And then on the other side of the paper is, I did this on a, I think I did this on a video. I know I did show it in a video. So there's this is vintage lace down here, and this came off of a 1960s evening dress. And this is a birthday card of mine given to me by a very good friend last year, but it was just perfect for this journal because of the bird and the beautiful flowers. It's, and the colour tones in it, it's just all lovely. And then it opens up and you've still got the scene on in there, and so you know it can be written on all in here. So I thought that was lovely. Another corner tuck made out of the kit paper, and it's on a page that has been stenciled, and I've got a little journal spot here that I made not long ago on video with antique Italian book page, and some of my fussy cuts. And this gorgeous little card has got glitter on it. It's so tiny. It's an engagement card, a congratulations engagement card that hasn't been written in. It's very, very vintage, and it's just adorable, perfect for this journal. So that is another piece of lovely original ephemera. And on this page, I've got one of my paper clips, hidden paper clips that I did a while back with the charm on it. And under here, I'll take this off, lift that up, there is journal space. There. And on this page, I've got a wallpaper pocket on a page that's got a beautiful napkin. And then today I thought, oh, I might put this on. This is out of the kit. That can be journaled on. You could put a lovely quote on there or whatever. So that's just embellishing the wallpaper pocket, which is divine. I love that blue. And in it, it's got some antique antique Italian book page, and a piece of note paper that I've embossed. Oh. Center page. There is a vintage book page on the tops of the page, and then this bit of music sheet. On here it's got Dainty Little Maiden. I just absolutely loved it. And in the embellishments, excuse me, I've put this lovely little tiny little image of a girl from around the same period as Hortensia would have been. And then I've embellished this side, and yeah, you get a good piece of that beautiful vintage blue and white wallpaper. And in these pockets there is just a piece of vintage Italian, a piece of a letter. That could be, it's written on both sides. That could be used as in a collage if you wanted. And this is out of a magazine, and it's also vintage in Italian. And in this side, I did these on a video as well. It's one of these, it's antique spine from a book, and a piece of not so vintage book page, some digitals, lovely little page tab with a vintage button, and this is this was attached to the back piece. It's rag paper, which I've stamped and done a little collage down there. That was to cover up a hole in the rag paper. And then there's a wallpaper pocket that I have left empty. This could be journaled on. And then the back is the back of the softcover vintage book or antique book, and it's just got some bits of ephemera in a belly band, so that all goes in there. And then here, something else I did on a video. That's the other side of that napkin page with the wallpaper pocket down the bottom. This is a floating pocket, and inside there's some bits of ephemera. This one's from 1933. It's blank on the back, could be journaled on. And what else is in there? A piece of it's not vintage, this is from one of my notebooks, but it's gorgeous paper. Piece of lined writing paper. And I've just paper clipped it to there. I will probably come back through, and any paper clips that don't have anything on them, I'll come back through and tie some lace on the ends. There's another stenciled page. There's another flip, and in there's an envelope with just a piece of folded tea dyed paper, and it's a wraparound pocket. And there's this beautiful journal card, which I did on a video. And this is a book page pocket with some of the Hortensia cut aparts in there. One of my tags that I did a few videos ago, and another beautiful tag. And sneakily hiding in there is this sweet little envelope, and inside if we can get it open, inside her is some dried flowers. Hortensia did love her garden, and I imagine she would have dried quite a few of her flowers to use as gifts or decorations around her home. So, and that just sort of tucks in there like so, and you would never know. There's another embossed page. I did this on a video and I've just paper clipped it to the page. So it's just a collaged I think I did this with Brusho ink. Collaged that, left it white on the inside, and it folds around the page like so, and just gets paper clipped in there to hold it in place. And that's just on a piece of vintage ledger paper. And there's another half of a document there, some more stencil paper, and that's the end of the second signature. And now we're into the third one, and there's beautiful Hortensia again, and paper clipped here is sip of coffee. Sorry, my nose is blocked, so I'm breathing through my mouth quite a bit, and so that means my throat gets very, very dry, and that's when I start coughing. This is an envelope that I did not long ago, actually, when I did the these wax seal clusters, and in there I think I did put yeah, just some folded tea-dyed paper for a hidden journal spot, and that just goes on there like that. This is another one of my art pages that I did. It's half of it anyway, the other half is a bit later on, and it's on the back of one of my doily pages, digitals. I will get around to making my digitals available for people. I have to see how they print up and everything before I go putting them up for sale. I've got a triple pocket page here. So there's a large pocket here with a large journal tag. That goes all the way to the bottom of the page, and then in the middle one there's another long tag, and in the bottom tuck is a little specimen cluster which can be journaled on the back, or it can be stuck to a page for a like a little tuck spot cluster thingy. And then I just love this page. This has got the Droopy on Silk ruffle, and it's got a flip extended page here out of a coffee table book. I love the lavender in this old jug. It's just such a sweet picture. And then on the back is plenty of journaling space. Came out of a herbal book. And this collage page here I did on a video a while ago. And that's got a bit of a napkin wrapped around, beautiful purple iris. And here we've got, this is one of the pages that I took out. This is half the page. And I didn't want to just sort of put it in the box for something else. I decided I would leave the back because it could be journaled on as it is. and so it's now become a large journal card, and inside here is one of those little card journal spots that I made in my last video. If I can get it apart, there we are. And it's supposed to it's little bits of the glue there, so you should always check your things before closing them up. There we go. So it's got a card on each end, and it is a concertina, so you can journal on that side and you can journal on that side, and then it all just folds up and goes back into here like that to keep it closed, and then it just tucks in this little piece of doily remnant that's been embroidered, and that sits in this side tuck. That is a piece of antique rag paper, and this page just opens out so you could journal on there. I decided to leave that as it is, and that is just a piece of digital document. And then on this side we've got another pocket I've made, and I've just used something out of the kit to embellish it, and another one of my little tags that I made. I actually did make these for this journal, so that's why there's one in each signature. And we have another little pocket up here out of a doily, and there's just a couple of the kit tags in there. There's two of them. Ledger paper. This is gorgeous paper, and I decided to not extend anything onto here. I thought I'd leave it, because leaving it up to the person who gets this journal. But I absolutely adore this paper. You'll see the other half in a minute. And again, we've got these, this is a centre page, and we've got this large pocket, which is also, there we go, caught. And this is my vintage wallpaper. And on the back of it is napkin, gorgeous bright coloured napkin, and the 1960s lace from the dress. One of my tuck spots, and this adorable card, bird notes, because in Hortensia's garden there's always lots of birds, and she loves them. She'd have bird feeders and bird baths everywhere, and you could write on the back of that. And there's the other pocket. I've left these pockets empty all through, so that anything could be put in there. And as you can see, this journal really didn't need anything more added to it. Beautiful big peony. And then the other side of that page that I love so much, it's embroidered in gold thread on, it looks like silk, and it's got the peony in here. It's just beautiful paper. I have scanned it so that I can print it off for my own use. This is out of a gardening book, and it's got a flip pocket with a tag, a fairly sort of plain tag. That's not going to go back in too easily, is it? There we go. another one of my pockets, a tuck spot, and in here we've got a beautiful little card and this beautiful journal card that I made on a video. I did quite a few videos for the what's in my box and that sort of thing were for this journal. So, and then the other side has got a gorgeous tuck spot with just a piece of embossed paper. And another one of my lace pockets with one of my tags that I made. It's got the little one at the top there. And that's on antique rag paper. And it is, this goes in here like that. It's trimmed with antique or vintage look lace, but it's modern. And this is, I have to stand up to pick the book up now to show you. This is a gorgeous genuine antique greetings card, and you can open it, you can journal on the inside there and in there, and it's been written in, and it's got 1932. So season's greetings and all good wishes for a bright and happy new year from I can't read it. Someone or other Veal to my, can't quite read it, the total name, 1932. So isn't that sweet? And tucked in here is this beautiful, very, very super delicate handkerchief, which would be just decoration for a pocket. But the lace is super fine, and I thought that would look just divine tucked in there like that. Isn't that just beautiful? So another piece of tea-dyed paper and another piece of my Brasho dyed paper. Again, I haven't glued that down, I've left it so it can be journaled on. And this side has got the embossing, no, sorry, the stenciling. This actually was, sorry, gotta have another drink. If I don't, I'll end up in a coughing fit. This actually came off of another page that I had pulled out. And inside this envelope, which has got this beautiful pressed African violet flower from my friend's garden, and this couple of vintage buttons on the ball pin, silk ribbon. Inside is some tea-dyed paper, I believe. Coming up to my next art page, which I folded over to the opposite side of the page to make a tuck spot. And in the tuck spot, I have included another one of my journal cards that I made on video, and a piece of my folded, it's A4 paper that I've embossed, and it's been dyed with watercolour paint, and that is on one of my other doily pages. Working up a sweat here. It's very hot in this room. Now I have to turn the book for you to see this properly. And that is the last of my art pages. And then on this side is another, this is just a journal card which I've paper clipped, and I did these on a video a long while back. And then in the back, oh, sorry, you can see the pocket here is the other side of the cover that I folded up, and I've glued that down on the two sides to make a pocket. And inside here I've just glued this a piece of ephemera that I bought online somewhere. It's not real, it's a digital, and this isn't really old. It'd be a few years old now, but it's not that old. But the picture on it is just very suiting to this journal, and it's a new card. It's not been written in, and that just slips in the back. And then that is the end of this divine journal. So she is really big. And I am looking forward to listing her on Etsy. I just have to close her. Oh no, wait, because I've still got to do that card. All right. So there was something else that was meant to go with it. There's a free gift to go with it. I've just popped it in the wrong place. I made these on a video as well quite some time ago now. It is too much to put in this journal. It just won't fit in there. But it is an envelope journal. So it's got this gorgeous envelope here, which is very suited to this journal that I've done. And that's got a side opening pocket with some dried flowers on a card. And this has got like a tuck spot here with a journal card. And then there's some paper for doing little bits of journaling on. And then there's this envelope, which has got a journal card in there. And then this envelope is just for attaching photos and stuff too, but this has got a journal card on here. This could be journaled on. There's some paper. No, I didn't put anything in there. I've left that empty. A little tuck spot. And then on this side is the other side of the top envelope there, which is a tuck spot. And that opens out. You can have a photo put on there. And then we've got this side tuck, and there's some of that writing paper that I had in the journal in there. And it is inside this gorgeous greetings card, notelet card. And then I've just attached some silk ribbon too, and I've put a Alphonse Musha inspired tiny tag and a hummingbird charm on a bowl pin. Attached it to the end, and that just sort of tucks in there like that. That is a free gift that goes with the journal, and the person can keep it or they can gift it on to somebody else. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, please leave me comments on the video. I know she's a chunky one. Some people love them and some people don't. You know, what can I say? So in the meantime, I need to put a backing on this and put it in and close it up. Thank you for coming, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up and comment below. All those actions, either or. You don't have to do all of them, but you know, at least some of them will help the algorithm and my my channel to grow, which is what I would really love. And I'm working on my mini series. I'm working on that. It's coming. So we'll see you soon. I'm doing a smallish video for tomorrow. Not sure what yet. Okay. Bye for now. Peaceful blessings, everybody.